Hey Rogue Scrubs, coming at you here. We're doing an Infernity Deck Profile. So I actually went X2 today. I technically should have went X1, but that's a little bit of a different story. I'll tell you guys after.
Cheated.
Yeah, I did.
We'll go over that later in the video, though.
We'll go over that later in the video. I technically should have went X1, but nonetheless, I did extremely well with the deck, so we figured we'd give you another deck profile just because. And it's Infernity, so it's still technically Rogue. And this is with one Firewall, by the way. It is still the FTK version, though.
One Firewall, one Archfiend, one Barrier, and
one
Launcher.
One Launcher, yes. One in every card you can play. 3 Armageddon Knight. This card is just another copy of Infernity Archfiend because you send a Centrist and grab that. It also sends a bunch of other cards. 3 Summoner Monk. You want to get, again, another copy of Armageddon Knight, Archfiend, whatever you need. Supreme King, Dragon, Dark Worm. It allows you to get to that card. I love this card in most of my decks. You'll see I actually play Summoner Monk quite a bit. 3 Supreme King, Dragon, Dark Worm. This is the Pendulum card. This is what allows you just to FTK, which I can show an example at the end of how to do it. It's a very long combo, but I'll only go into part of it, that way you guys get the gist of it. But yeah, this card searches the Supreme King Gate 0, and it just gets you another card, and it's really broken, so you need to play 3. You want to open it if you can, otherwise you can't do the combo.
Card that makes the deck.
2 Dark Rever, again, another copy of Infernity Archfiend. Just necessary. Also gets cards out of your hand, which can be good. Then for the Infernity Engine, 3 Necromancer, 2 Mirage, 1 Archfiend, 1 Patriarch. If you don't know what this card does, this is the bubble ban of the deck. If he's the only card in your hand, you can just special summon him, and if he's engraved, you can banish him and then prevent destruction of Infernity cards for the rest of the turn, which is kind of good against cards like Ghost Ogre and things like that, but it didn't really come up.
The one you don't have that you wanted to play?
Oh, Avenger, yeah. So you can play the Tuner. That's if you want to do the Synchro variant, which I think is pretty good. I liked one Avenger, but I just couldn't find one, so I don't know.
And the Beetle, what about that one?
Beetle's bad. Yeah. I think that card will break because if you open multiple copies, it's just you don't really want to open monsters, and then when you do open monsters, you want them to be combo pieces. So yeah, so all these are necessary. Most people actually also only play 1 Mirage. I like the second one just because it extends the combo just a little bit more further, which gets you an extra burn or another card. Then for the 4 remaining monsters, we have the Zard card, just to search off your Pendulum. You have your Lizard Draw, which just searches off King of the Feral Imps. These are 2 you're generally going to use for the FTK, however there's other ways to do it as well. The Centrist, this is the worst card in the deck to draw. Unless you draw Dark Grepher, then you can pitch it and still search. And then of course this is the second worst card to draw, because you want to search it off of Invoker, but this is how you FTK, so yeah. For the spells, we play a lot of draw power. 3 Lower Darkness, 3 Into the Void. And then I play 3 Dragon Shrine because this is just 3 more copies of Supreme King Dragon Dark Worm. So it's yeah, really necessary. Your turn matters not after turn 1 because you're drawing for an FTK.
Well, it's Infernity, so your hand doesn't matter.
And your hand really doesn't matter to begin with. I mean, granted, when we had 3 Archfiend, it was a lot more. It was a lot better of a card. Because now if you don't have the 1 Archfiend in deck, you don't
top deck Archfiend anymore.
Can't top deck, yeah. Never happened, by the way. I never top decked Archfiend. So.
Well, you already had it out of deck. That's
why. Then we play a lot of one-ofs: Monster Reborn, Rhoda, Upstart, Launcher, Soul Charge, Foolish.
This is just the second launcher.
And 1 Twin Twister. This card was just like in case I played against back row. I lost to Counter Fairies and Pendulum Magician. Like I said, the Pendulum Magician. I guess I'll tell you that guys now.
We're not going to talk about Counter Fairies.
We're not going to talk about Counter Fairies. He set 4 and I couldn't do anything.
You set 4 Summon Thunder King.
Yeah, that was a bad time. But the Pendulum Magician I lost to because he overlaid literally the card I'm playing, whatever it's called, this thing. Supreme King Gate 0, he used it in a Chronograph
or Chronograph?
For Chronograph, whatever it is, and he made Norito, but this is a level 7 and it's a Fiend. It's not even a Spellcaster. So he just made that first turn and then negated my Dragon Shrine.
We didn't notice until after.
But yeah, I didn't notice until it happened, so the game state was ruined. Yeah. So, but had I been able to, continue off and actually play the game through the Dragon Shrine, I could have had a chance of winning. It was really unfortunate to see it happen, but I'm also not like too big of a shark. I could have given him a game loss. I chose not to because it's locals, we're just trying to be friendly people here. So yeah. But it's Kaiser. Yeah, oh, you're talking about Rob, yeah. Yeah, no, there's another shark that's even worse at our locals. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. All the one-ups are pretty explanatory. Next up, 1 Break, 1 Barrier. These cards are honestly bad in the FTK version. After playing today, I realized I just never wanted to draw these cards. I would have rather had like a Nurse Spell card in hand. But then again, Upstart isn't at 3, so I guess like you kind of have to play them. But I never I never went for the combo where you just summon a bunch of Link monsters and sit on back row with Archfiend and Trigate. I could have done it every time, but there was no reason to because I could have FTK'd as well.
Yeah.
So why give them the chance and opportunity when I can just FTK? So I'd cut these cards, honestly. Oh, yes.
You did a bunch of
multiple
games.
times, and I'll show it after. I did it, I want to say, at least 6 times today?
Now, have you considered playing this card?
No. Get that trash out of here.
It's a good card.
Alright, so for the extra deck, it's a lot of Link monsters. For the Link 2s, we've just played 2 Proxy, 1 Underclock Taker.
Why the 2 proxy, not just 2 underclock or 3 underclock even?
I wanted it actually to be side to side because when you make the firewall, you want to be able to do it on
I
either.
know, but like still 2 proxy then?
Huh? Yeah, just 2 Proxy. It doesn't. There's no tokens in this deck, so it's irrelevant. I'd probably just play 3 Proxy. Honestly, it's probably just better. You're almost never gonna need the down arrow, but it was there in case, so whatever. Next up, 2 Trigate. This card comes up pretty frequently in the combo. You actually end up at wanting to like link one off the board and summon a second copy, just because of the fact that you want Firewall to trigger one more time. So it's good to play 2. You can play Gaia if you have him. He also works, but I mean, again, we don't play tokens, so Gaia. I feel like this card's just better than Gaia. That's my personal opinion. The Decode Talker.
Wait, what does he make? 3 effect monsters or?
It's 2 monsters except tokens. That total
Okay.
link 3.
All right.
So generally you'll use like a proxy and a monster, an Archfiend to make him. But yeah. The 1 Decode Talker, because that's probably the first link you'll probably go into in the combo. Just so you have the 2 arrows down, and then you'll link it off to make the firewall, which I'll get into that now. Firewall. You're also, this is obviously the combo card, obviously it's at 1. It doesn't matter, you can
First
still FTK.
protagonist card to be
Yeah.
1.
I also played Saryuja and Borreload, however, I borrowed them, so I don't have them in this deck profile, but play Saryuja. Saryuja's really good. Borreload never came up other than the fact that I could make it just because. So yeah, but Saryuja's really good. Utopia Lightning Package, again, never came up. I never went. Like, if I went first, I almost never went into another turn. It was over. The percentage chance, I want to say it's like 70 or something. It's relatively high till you open the FTK. I'll show you guys after. King of the Feral Imps, this is how you do the FTK. It grabs you the Lizard Draw out of the deck.
It's just searchable scales.
Tornado Dragon, just to pop back row in case my opponent sits on something. And that's it for the rank 4s. Then for the rank 3s, we only play 2. Invoker and Leviair. Leviair is in case they banish Archfiend with something like, I don't know, DD Crow or Buster. You can grab it back, never came up. And Invoker, obviously, for the FTK. So yeah.
Deck.
Side deck, I side deck 3 Veilers. Again, I sided this against the Pendulum Magician player, which, like I said, I got cheated. Even though I Veilered his Electromite, and it probably would have been game because the next turn I was going second that game. And I did have the combo if he did not negate the Shrine, but like I said, I wasn't trying to, like, you know, give him a game loss, because like I said, it's locals, and I really just don't care to do that. But yeah, Effect Veiler's really good because it also gets a card out of your hand, and like, especially if you're going second in this deck, you don't really have anything to defend. You don't want your opponent establishing a board to stop you from going off, because you can still FTK, because you can still kill them the next turn if they don't have traps or negations. Twin Twisters, 2 more just because, obviously back row. 2 Cosmic Cyclone for the artifacts. I sided in them, I never drew them. I actually sided in all of the last cards, the 3 and 2 MSTs, and I drew not a single one against the artifact player.
I didn't draw my Dankos either,
Yeah.
don't worry.
I did not draw any of them against the Counter Fairy Thunder King artifact deck, which was like insane. But yeah, he just summoned Thunder King set 4 and 1. But yeah, so.
Means you're good at Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
Yeah. I don't know how many cards that is. It's not 15. I can guarantee you can play more cards. But yeah, I'll show you guys the FTK. So it really only
Just
requires.
say what you have to open, like at minimum or whatever.
You're gonna want an Armageddon Knight, this, and a Necromancer. Now, this can vary. Obviously, you can have Dragon Shrine. Dragon Shrine can be better. You can also have you can also just have him, because either way you can activate him. Most of your monsters are dark. All of them are except the Amazon's Archer, so as long as you don't open Archer, you can still Pendulum Summon him within the scale. But let's say you have the Dragon Shrine version. You send it, you special, you search the gate card. Like I said, none of the things going to have to be required in your hand. All of it's going to be searched. All your one-ofs. Armageddon Knight is going to go ahead and pitch the Eris, which grabs you your Archfiend. Now you have the Necromancer and the Archfiend and the 1 Pendulum Scale. You overlay these 2, summoning the King of Feral Imps. You activate the effect. I guess I should do it this way. King of the Feral Imps effect activates, and it searches the Lizard Draw. You activate the Lizard Draw, and this And you pendulum summon for 2. Archfiend's effect to search. You grab launcher. Activate launcher.
Your
Link
opponent's
these
probably
2
gonna
off.
fall asleep.
Your opponent's
at the
gonna
end of
fall
this combo.
asleep at the end, yes. You can make this. Effective Necromancer grabs back Archfiend. Archfiend's effect to search. You can grab Patriarch, because it's the only monster in your hand, you can special summon it. You link 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and you summon your Firewall. Where the hell is this extra deck? Here we go. Summon the Firewall. Activate launcher. Special summon both Necromancer and Archfiend. Archfiend's effect. Add barrier. You can set it. It's irrelevant at this point. You, or actually not barrier, excuse me. Wrong one. Grab a Necromancer instead. There we go. Link to special summon Necromancer. Because a monster left the zone.
What are you link summoning?
Huh?
What do you link summon?
Oh yeah. I forgot I get another monster, whoopee.
Yeah.
Effect of the Necromancer. Special summon the Archfiend. Archfiend's effect to search. Now you can search the barrier. Wherever the hell I put it. Did I put it in the graveyard? I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Set the barrier. Link 3 with the Proxy and the Archfiend to summon the Tri-Gate. Activate the second Necromancer, special summoning the Archfiend. The Archfiend effect's going to go ahead now and grab you the Mirage. You overlay these 2 to make the Invoker. Invoker's effect activates to go ahead and grab Amazon's Archer. Amazon's Archer's effect and activate. You contribute the Tri-Gate. And then the Archfiend, a card left your board, special summon Mirage. Now Mirage activates and goes and grabs you the Necromancer, you can grab this, and then you can activate the effect of Necromancer grabbing you the Archfiend. Archfiend's effect can go ahead and search you another Mirage. You activate the effect of this, you tribute both, you special summon Mirage. You activate the effect of Archer, tribute these 2 again. It's an R12, you activate again. You grab back 2 Necromancers, you do it again and again and again, and then your opponent's at 0 life points. Because you still have 1 more Necromancer in deck. So yeah, that's the FTK. Yeah, it's a mouthful. If your opponent, once you start doing it, your opponent's just gonna stop looking at you or pick up their deck because they really don't need to see the rest.
Now it used to be a lot more complicated. Like there was a way harder to do version that was a lot trickier with 3 firewalls.
It wasn't a lot brickier. You got more because then you could use the firewalls to bounce back the Mirage, and then you could summon again.
You had to play multiple Mirages now because firewalls.
Yeah, because you have to. So technically, I guess you do have to play 2 Mirage in order to do the FTK. Now because firewalls at 1. But I mean, it still works perfectly fine. You obviously have to be more cautious of what you're doing, and pay attention to where you put your zones. Of course, like I said, I did this really quickly, so you know, don't do it like that. Actually, pay attention to where your zones and everything are pointing to. But yeah, so that's the Infernity FTK deck. Roast Scripts out.